Hello, welcome to this channel Gain Java Knowledge, and today in this video we are going to discuss about what is interceptors and why we need to use interceptors. Okay, let's begin to start to discuss about what is interceptors. And in Spring, when a request is sent to Spring controller, it will have to pass through interceptors before processed by the controller. And Spring Interceptor is a concept that is rather similar to servlet filters. And Spring Interceptor is only applied to the requests that are sending to a controller. And you can use the interceptors in Spring Boot to perform the operations under the following situation, like before sending the request to the controller and before sending the response back to the client. For example, you can use an interceptor to add the request header before sending the request to the controller and the response header before sending the response to the client. We can get and add the headers. To work with the interceptors, you need to create @component class that supports it and should implement the handler interceptor interface. And this handler interceptor interface contain mainly three methods, that is pre-handle, post-handle and after completion, these three methods. And the pre-handle method is be used to perform the operations before sending the request to controller, and this method should return true or false value, and if it will return true value, then the request will be processed. And the post handle, this method is used to perform the operations before sending the response to client, like this you can see here. And the after completion method will be execute to perform the operations after completing the request and response. So first the request will be start from our browser and go to our interceptor, and pre-handle function will be execute. Then the request will be passed to our main controller. Then controller will send back response, but before sending the response, the request will goes to post handle function, and then it will render the view and send the response back to client. And when both the pre-handle and post-handle request completed and the response will back to client, then after completion method will be execute. And today we will create one interceptor that will be execution time interceptor to check how much time is taken by the request to complete. And we can create different types of interceptor in our application. Okay, let's start to write the code how we can integrate interceptors in our application. Here today I will create one new interceptor that will be used to count the time to complete the request. So here I will create one package. New package that is interceptor, and in this package I will create one new class that will be execution time interceptor. Execution time interceptor. This interceptor will be used to count the time taken by the request. Now after refreshing, the request will be like this. Now here we need to implement the handler interceptor interface. We can also extend a class handler interceptor adapter, but here we are using handler interceptor interface. Handler interceptor. Here I have implements handler interceptor interface, and this interceptor contains three methods, that is pre-handle, post-handle and after completion. This is the pre-handle function. Intercept the execution of a handler and called after handler mapping determine an appropriate handler object, and its return type is boolean. And the second one is post handle. Here you can see intercept the execution of a handler called after handler adapter actually invoked the handler. And the third one is after completion, and this function will be execute when the request will be complete and response sent back to client, then this function will be execute. Now we will override these three functions here. Public boolean pre-handle Now here I will open it and just copy the functions from here, that is pre-handle. I will copy all of three that we need to override in our own class. And here I will change the scope will be public. Public. Now I will override these three functions. First is pre-handle, and here I will use logger that will be printed on our console. So here I will use self4j logger. Private static final logger that is equal to logger factory. Here I will use logger factory to get logger and here I will pass my end class, that is execution interceptor, execution time interceptor dot class. Here I will add the dependent class for logger. Here I am using SL4j logger, and here I will just print some logs to check logger.info, and it is pre-handle. Handle function, and the next logger.info. Here I will print request URL. request URL, and that I will get from its request dot get request URL. This function will return its request URL, and in the next line I will set request.set attribute. Here I will pass attribute name and its value, and attribute name will be start time, and its value will be system dot current time in milliseconds. So I will count the time taken by the request to complete. After setting the attribute, here I am returning true, and in the next request, that is post handle, that will be execute before sending the response to client. So here I will just print the URL, and in the next function, that is after completion, that will be execute when the request will be complete, and here will be the URL print, and here I will count the time taken by our request, long executed time, system dot current time in milliseconds, and I will subtract the start time that I will get from request dot get attribute, and the attribute name is start time, and this function will be execute in the last after completing the request. Here I will print logger info, and execution time, in milliseconds, and here that will be executed is the variable name. Now my interceptor has completed. Now what I need to do, now I need to register my interceptor in interceptor registry, so Spring will understand. So here I will create one more class, new class, that is web MVC configurer, and here we can implements the interface, that is web MVC configurer, and at class level I will use annotation, that is @configuration, and here I will override function, that is add interceptor, and its return type is void, and here I will use interceptor registry class, and here first we need to create the bean If we don't want to create the bean, then we can directly create the object by using new operator. Execution time interceptor will be the return type, and here function name execution. And it will return new execution interceptor. And here it will return execution time interceptor. And here I will call the function that is registry dot add interceptors, and here I will call this function execution, and it will get the bean. Now I will run this application. Here I will close this one, and this is my main class Spring Boot Cache, and here this is my controller, student controller, and here I will call this API get all student, and we'll see the logs on console how this interceptor is working. Now I will run this application. Now my application has started on port number 8080. First I will clear the logs, clear all logs. Now I will go to my browser, and here I will call localhost 8080, and this API is used to get all student list. So here we can see on the console how this interceptor is working. First pre-handle is executed, then our requested URL printed here, and controller level and in service class. After that, getting the record from database and sending response back to client. Post handle is executed, and this API has taken 350 milliseconds time to execute. Now I will run this application again, this API, and here you can see on the logs pre-handle request executed, and after completing the pre-handle, post handle executed, and when both the request and response send back to completed, then after completion handle executed, and the total time taken by this request is 34 milliseconds. Okay, thanks for watching this video.